Greetings. Welcome in, welcome in. Greetings. I am Simone the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So, I was watching something on Instagram. I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, but it was basically saying how the root of all illnesses or diseases within the human body come from lack of oxygen. And it's also tied to dehydration, but we know water is H2O, so it still has oxygen in it. But it's lack of oxygen from the way we are breathing. And he was specifically talking about like people who are mouth breathers. The reason why we shouldn't be mouth breathing, like inhaling, exhaling throughout our mouth constantly, is because when you breathe through your nose and then out through your mouth, or only through your nose, it is going through a certain process, some type of chemical process. So stuff is getting absorbed, stuff is getting released, and when you are a mouth breather, that is not happening the correct way. So today I was like, okay, well, let's focus on breathing through your nose. Some helpful hints. If you do find that you are constantly stopped up, you can't breathe, your nasal passage is blocked, it's 9 times out of 10 because you eat a lot of dairy products or you're eating a lot of meats. Meats are pulse causing products because they are full of pus. Yeah, so if you cut back on that, that'll definitely help, as well as doing lime shots. Incorporate lime shots throughout the day. So just get organic lime, squeeze them, and just take shots, and that helps breaking up mucus. Yeah. And also fire breaths. If you like hold down one side of your nostril, whatever side is blocked, hold that down and just do fire breaths. That helps clear as well. But today we're just gonna breathe in through our nose and just breathe out through our nose. And I don't want it to be like a force. No, I want it to feel natural to you. So I don't want to say like breathe all the way in, breathe all the way out. I want you to feel it happening within your lungs. So we are feeling the capacity with our lungs. I'm not gonna count, like hold for 5 or nothing. We're not holding it. We're just gonna go in and out. And let's do 30 of those. Let's do 30 of those. Okay, let's go. Give thanks, y'all. So when you are going throughout your day or just in general, be conscious of your breath. Be conscious of your breathing. Be intentional about it. Y'all, I'm sitting here in front of this ring light with this lipstick on, and my skin is just getting clear today, and I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. Wow. Okay. I'm my bad. Give thanks. Give thanks to the Most High for making me so fly. But as you're going through your day, focus on your breath. I noticed that when I start to panic, get anxiety, start to worry, start allowing my thoughts to drift out, or I'm learning it's called the vortex. Read that, y'all. The vortex. I'm about to get Arthur. But anything outside of me, my breathing, I stop breathing or hold my breath. So it's you just hold your breath and not realize you are not breathing anymore. Or my breathing, they aren't full breath. So it's I can't think of the word. It's not rest, but it's short. I'm doing short breaths. So kind of how you do the fire breathing intentionally through your nose, but not doing it intentionally. So it's I'm holding my breath or not breathing all the way, getting all of that carbon dioxide, exhaling all of that carbon dioxide out, if you get my drift. Yeah. So y'all, focus on your breath. If you feel yourself not breathing, take a moment to do some of those breathing exercises, inhaling, exhaling through your nose. It really made me feel good this morning when I did it, because today was my first time doing it intentionally. I don't know where all these downloads are coming from, but I'm thankful for them. And when I was doing them this morning, the breathing exercises, the vibration that my body was giving off is the same vibration that I feel when I'm in the essence of feeling gratitude or feeling love. So I fucked with how it made me feel the same way. So I'm this has to be beneficial. So I wanted to share it with the flock. So please let me know if it added value. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm a little cold sitting in front of this window, but I like listening to the birds. So yesterday I was talking to my sister, and we were talking about how why is it so difficult for us to write down a schedule, write it down, plan it out for ourselves and not stick to it. And she was yeah, I thought about it, and I concluded that we have been conditioned from the time we're born, especially if you're in daycare. If you have working parents outside of the household, you're conditioned to be on someone else's schedule. From the time you're born, you go to school at a certain time, you eat lunch at a certain time, it's time to play, it's time to go outside, it's time to take a nap, now it's time for your mama to get you, now it's time to eat dinner, now it's time to go to sleep. And then get to big school, elementary, middle, actually it's elementary, but you know what I was talking about. Middle school and high school, again, you're on a schedule. Then you go to work, you're on a schedule. Be here at this time, this is your lunch break, this is what you have to wear, this is the color your hair can be, this is what you can show, this is what you can't show, this is how you should carry yourself. We are constantly on other people's schedules, so we're used to somebody telling us this is what you should be doing, and never really giving the autonomy to plan out and schedule our own days or our own life. And that's why a lot of us need direction, need to be led. It's in us to lead ourselves, but it just gets pushed down, pushed away. What else were we talking about? And I was wow, that's a great way to look at it. And it's because it's easy. Right now we're in this phase of, she is a cosmetologist, so entrepreneurship, having your own business. And she's it'll be easier for me to go out there and get a job and apply for a job and follow their directions and get paid what they tell me I'm worth and they tell me what I'm supposed to wear, and you know, the whole agenda. That's easy. That's easy, but it's difficult holding yourself accountable. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But we have to find that balance between, okay, I'm still pouring into myself, and I still have some type of structure to the point where I'm not going off in the deep end, not doing anything. But then it gets it's not complicated, and I guess it's just your season that you're in on your journey. Because for me, y'all know how I was telling y'all about the whole mortgage thing and how I'm known about consumer laws and the bully bureaus for at least the past year. My sister's like, yeah, it's been longer than that, but I'm like, for at least the past year. And I'm like, so maybe instead of beating myself up about what I did not do in the past, maybe that was just the Most High aligning you to where you are walking into. I wanted you to be so abreast, so educated about this topic that you study it for years, even if it's just micro doses at a time. You're ingraining it within yourself, so then when it's time for you to move, baby, you're gonna move like a turbojet. You're gonna move with everything, so everything can work out well for you. I'm like, yeah. So I'm starting to, change the narrative. We are also conditioned into worrying. As soon as you come down with something, oh, you need to take this. Oh, you can't be around this. Oh, you pregnancy, babies, giving birth. Oh, you have this. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you had a C-section. It's time for you to get another C-section. Oh, you need to be in the hospital to have that baby. Oh, you can't have that baby by yourself. Oh, you need this type of guidance. And yes, you do. And I'm talking about pregnancy and labor. Yes, you can have some type of leader there, some type of guide, some type of doula, midwife, somebody there to help guide you through that process. However, the way they condition us and make us feel like you have to be in the hospital to give birth to that baby. You have to have another C-section because I gave you a non-necessary C-section the first time. And y'all, this from my own experience. Give thanks. I gave birth to Cairo, my youngest son, at home, unassisted birth by myself. It wasn't planned, but it was manifested. So that's a story for another day. But y'all, it's possible. It's possible. God did not give you the ability to carry a baby, deliver a baby, and need any outside help. Yes, we have certain factors nowadays in regards to environments, the stuff we're consuming, our mindset, stress levels, that we feel we need somebody else. But baby, you can do anything you put your mind to. You can do anything you put your mind to. Don't feel like you have to have your baby in a hospital with a physician. Get you a midwife. Look into that. I just wanted to share that with y'all. A little word of advice. Words of encouragement. Don't feel like you need. Giving birth is not an illness. Giving birth is not an illness. People go to the hospital. Sick people go to the hospital. People who need surgeries. Stop letting these doctors talk y'all into C-sections too. The baby needs to go through that birth canal. No, I'm not trying to beat anyone up or shame anyone for. I had a C-section. My first son was an emergency C-section. I was 18 years old. My first son. It was a normal pregnancy. I had no complications, nothing. And when I went into to give birth, I was on fucking penicillin. What is it called, y'all? I'm talking about penicillin. Pitocin, the epidural shit. I got an epidural, like, just giving me all these unnecessary things to the point where they were like, oh my God, his heart rate is dropping. We need to take him right now. And they ran me out that bitch. So, like, imagine feeling like you have no control. No, you are in control. So just think about it, sleep on it, do some research into it, y'all. Like, you are divine feminine. God gave you the ability to deliver that baby without the help. But back to my story. How did I get into this? Being conditioned. So, okay. So, yeah, we was talking about being conditioned. Then I was like, and for me, I have to stop battling with myself with I feel like I'm not doing anything, or I feel like I'm not doing enough in this season. And I have to constantly remind myself that I've been working for 17 years. I've been working since I was 14 years old. Then I became a mom at 18. Then I got college degrees, studied abroad in China for a summer. It's like I've been doing everything but going within. So it's like, accept this season of Simone. This is your season of inner work. This is the season that I'm showing you that quantum physics is real, that I am real, that all you have to do is think about it in your mind, feel it in your heart, and show love to other people, and I can align you with those opportunities. Life does not have to be hard work unless you're telling yourself it's hard. Everything comes to me effortlessly, easily. 17 years. And I'm like, okay, if I deserve 17 years off. I can't see myself working for another 17 years. That's nothing. They condition us into what your work-life balance should look like, what your age is when you should retire, how much money they're going to take for you, how much money you can really make, what they're not teaching us. Like, it became overwhelming coming to the point of money is fake. We're in a matrix. We live in a society where they want you to feel like you're constantly in debt, paying off the debt for a corporation, because America is registered as a corporation. Like, that became a lot. So instead of it overwhelming me, it's kind of like fuck it, I can't control what's gonna happen anyway. So the most I can do is control who I am within my reality. So this is new to me. This was new to me, to like sit down, meditate, really be inside myself. Because I'm also a Capricorn, so I'm slowly learning about astrology and numerology, but my sun and my moon is Capricorn. So I'm used to being that leader, being seen, doing hard work, being the best, doing this, being here. Like, it's like, no, Simone, take this break. Because even when I wasn't working and I was a stay-at-home mom, I was working because I have kids. Like, when Cairo was born, Cairo was born with congenital heart disease. So his first 6 months of life, we were in the hospital, open heart surgeries, back and forth to doctor's appointments. I'm giving to him, breastfeeding him, on top of taking care of a 2-year-old. And I still had my oldest son. I was in a relationship, so just constantly pouring out to other people. So it's like, no, enjoy the season. Even now, like, I don't get frustrated, but I do slightly get overwhelmed with not being able to have a break for my kids. Last night, every night, I go to sleep with my kids, so they technically still get rocked to sleep. They call it tap my butt. I tap my butt to sleep. So I'm rocking both of my kids to sleep at night. And then when I wake up in the morning, I was like, oh, I'm going to do this at 7:45. As soon as I get out of bed, it's like Quentin waking up right behind my ass. So they've never gotten up this early. Like, today was like 7:45, 8 o'clock when he was up. So I'm stopping. So I'm constantly with my kids. I literally fall asleep with them, wake up with them, and with them throughout the entire day. Cooking for them, cleaning for them, reading to them, teaching them, pouring into them. It gets overwhelming if you're not pouring into yourself. So I'm conscious of that. So even if I'm able to get away let me just duck off for 5 minutes. Them just sit in the tub for 15 minutes. Like, finding those things that can pour into me in those short periods of times. Yes, I deserve to be able to take a day or 5 away from them, but that's not my reality right now, so I go with the flow. But simultaneously, I'm like, okay, so Simone, you can't stick to your schedule. This is what your kids are doing. So now it's like, again, going with the flow. Because I naturally wake up. I have an alarm set for 4 a.m., but it go off and I hit off. Like, it start going off and I hit off. So, but I naturally get up around 6 or 6:30. So I'm like, okay, let me follow my natural instincts. Let me see where does that lead me. So I'm not waking up right now between the 4 a.m. like I scheduled out, but I'm still doing my exercises throughout the day, my affirmations throughout the day. I get on with the flock every day and we're doing some type of meditation. So even if it's this little 10 to 30 minutes that we're on here every day that we're pouring into ourselves, value that. value that, because you're not able to get that anywhere else. So this is a start. So I'm realizing, just going with the flow, y'all. Go with the flow with me. We're growing. I told you, every day you can wake up and be somebody else, because you are constantly learning every day if you're open to learning. So there's no right or wrong about life. Life is not black and white. It's rainbow. I told y'all, every journey looks different. So right now in this season, if this is your waiting season, you know, you've gone to school, you've worked jobs, you did stuff for other people. So now you're in the season of figuring out who you are, whose you are, what you should be doing, what your purpose is. Even if your purpose is to just be a giver, what is it that was put into you to offer to other people? You're still trying to figure that out, and you're in that season of figuring. It's okay. But if you know that you've been unaccountable, everything has been everyone else's fault, you know that you can be doing more, then it is your season to do more. So I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, but you said this. No, it varies. It varies. But I want you to be intentional of, okay, well, my body is saying I need a break. Because I'm like, the way I sleep, the way I get up, it's like, Simone, well, you need that rest. Like, people don't realize how much energy it takes to take care of kids. So I commend teachers, people who go to school or go to work to be with other people's kids all day, multiple kids. I commend y'all, because that's a passion. That's a driven passion. Hopefully y'all not in there being mean to them kids, because if it's not, quit, please. But if you there, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I value my position, but again, I know when I'm overwhelmed. So today, give yourself grace. Be easy on yourself. What's so crazy is, when I was grabbing the cards I was going to read for today, I picked up my mindful message deck, and at the bottom of the deck, the card said personal journey. I follow what feels right within me without needing validation from others. We are each on our own journey, and mine does not need to look like anyone else's. My enjoyment and satisfaction is validation enough. And that did nothing but confirm what I'm feeling and where I am right now on my journey. I owe nobody an explanation for why I didn't or why I did. I owe no one an explanation for if I want to lay in the bed all day, because again, I've worked for 17 years. I've been a mom for 13 years. Like, it's okay. It's okay if you feel like what you are doing is making you happy. It has to make no one else happy. You do not need their validation. And if you are hindering yourself with your own stinking thinking that you know what someone else is thinking, you know someone else's thoughts, it's time to reevaluate. Oh, I'm not going to wear that shirt because people going to think I look this way. Oh, I'm not going to wear that color lipstick because people going to say this. Oh, I'm not going to try my hair this way because people going to think this. No, those are your thoughts. Don't give a fuck about what nobody else thinks. You need no one else's validation but yours. Does it make you happy? Does it make you be at peace? Because that's all that matters. Okay, but I wanted to pull from my hindsight deck. I love these cards. I do want some more cards. So if y'all got some decks y'all like, tell me about them so I can get them. Spirit, I am clear. I am near and ready to hear. Tell me what the flock needs to know. Tell me so. What is the message today? I love it. It says, be your unique self. Be a unique self. Be your unique self. Be a unique self. Be a unique self. Don't waste your energy trying to please people who don't love the real you. Facts. Y'all see how this is aligned? Most High, you better come through me. I receive. Don't waste your energy trying to please people who don't love the real you. Be yourself undeniably, so the ones who love you can come closer and the ones who don't can simply go away. Facts. When you start loving yourself and it shows, you align with people who are attracted to that. Oh, I know I love myself too, so let me be around somebody else that love themselves. Where you don't have to coddle someone's insecurities. Rub them. No. And the ones who feel like, oh, she thinks she all that. Oh, she thinks she this. Oh, he think he that. They gonna start falling away because they vibrating on a different level. So you're gonna start slowly separating yourself from the people that are not adding value and aligning yourself with the people who are. Even if it's just commending you for loving on you. You inspiring me to love myself. That's why I like being around you. Be your unique self and don't feel like you need validation from anybody else. I am Simone the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. Have a fabulous Saturday. A satisfactory Saturday. Have a good Saturday. Have a beautiful Saturday. And I'll see you tomorrow.